The late John Huston once told me that 90% of directing a movie was casting. Now, that's a lot left for 10%, the writing, the shooting, the cinematography. He really believed that with the right cast, that more than half the battle was won. Casting agents can change performers' lives. And that, I think, is a thread that goes from television, stage, and movies all throughout. Our guest is one of the most successful casting directors in New York, certainly, and certainly also in the country. 156 episodes of The Good Wife, casting director for Madam Secretary and The Good Fight. Now, the script they gave the ABC person says helpfully, all on CBS. So I looked back, and you got to go back a ways, but if you all remember the Drew Carey show, yeah, ABC, the competition's gain is definitely our loss. But our guest this afternoon cast one of my favorite movies, a triumph of casting, in support of Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep. Here's the casting director of Defending Your Life and so much more, Marc Sachs. Marc, you told me something very interesting before we started, which was that everybody that I ever knew in this business started doing something else, and that's okay. I started out being an actor and ended up interviewing them. So, but you were one of these folks, rare in your business, who always wanted to do this. When did it come together for you?
Well, I think what happened was I was Joe actor in high school and college, and by the time I got to my junior year at the State University of New York at Albany, there was a visiting professor there, and he was an off-Broadway director, very successful. And he said, "What do you think about doing when you graduate?" And I said, I don't think this is for me. I said, I can't do what all of you do. I can't have this life, this struggle. I intended to go to grad school after I got my BA. I was going to go to the Yale School of Drama or some other institution, some other conservatory. But I thought, who am I? Who am I going to be? I'm going to be Nathan Lane. I'm going to be Jason Alexander. I won't really work till I'm 40. And I had been working at a training center for young people that's sort of very famous, Stage Door Manor.
Right.
I'm sure you've heard of it.
You've done pieces of
it. Many successful people have come from Stage Door. And I was working there during my summers, and one of my tasks was casting the many shows and musicals we did there. And I said to this director, I think I'd like to work in casting. I just don't know how you get involved. And he said, well, it's an apprenticeship business. You start as an entry-level assistant or an intern, and you work your way up. I said, well, what can I be doing now? And he said, you should take every directing class and graduate directing classes to learn how to work with actors. So I did that for the next year and a half until I graduated. And then I got a job at a talent agency, a small talent agency on 57th Street that had just opened its LA office. It's across from the Russian Tea Room, the Actors Group, run by Pat House and Michael Schlesinger, who had moved to Los Angeles. And every ember of wanting to be an actor was extinguished after 2 months as the front desk guy and watching these actors. I had great empathy for them, but I knew I was not cut out for it. And within 3 to 4 months, I did their first pilot season. Once they had opened in LA, I was working in the New York office, and I said, you know, what I really want to do is get into casting. And I had a great champion in the legendary Rosemary Tischler at the Public Theater, and she started sending me out to casting offices, and people would send me to other casting offices, and I got my first job. And I was in New York for 2 years, working sort of as an assistant at a couple of offices. And then I moved to Los Angeles because although I love the theater and I wanted to work in theater, it was the sort of thing where all the television in the 80s was really out there. And my first job, and you referenced her before, My first job was as the casting assistant on Life with Lucy, Lucille Ball's return to television in 1986. It was on ABC, and it was canceled. I was the casting assistant, but working with a legend like that for the original creators, Madeline and Bob,
Right.
was incredible.
You used the word empathy. Do you think those early formative years where you're taking a look at how tough this profession is, did that leave you with an empathy that has continued through the decades?
Yes, and I am a great admirer of people who can do this because it's not for everybody. And, you know, I tell most people not to be an actor because it's so very difficult. And you have to have so many tools in your kit to be able to do this every day, to be able to get up in the morning, to be able to create your own schedule when I'm going to the gym, when I'm going to class, when I'm going to my day job. And I tell everybody, you know, pursue it, and as long as there's incremental progress every year, stick with it.
Incremental progress. I really like that. That means that you're not going to be the 35-year-old waiter still waiting for the best.
Every year you have some sort of progress. Last year you didn't have an agent, this year you have an agent. Last year you did a co-star, this year you did a guest star. Last year you made $30,000 acting, this year you made $50,000 acting. Last year you tested for no pilots, this year you tested for 2 pilots. It's incremental progress. I mean, there are so many people I can point to where I thought, forget it, and they prevailed.
Anyone you'd like to share?
Oh, the list is, I mean, the list is
Choose one who's so
long.
famous they won't care.
One of my closest friends was living downtown, and he was a roommate, shared an apartment with the writer Jonathan Mark Sherman, who wrote Women in Wallace and many plays. And one night, John had many people over who were from his sort of merry band of players from Bennington College. And my friend made introductions, and I said, "What does that guy do?" And he said, "He's an actor." And I said, "Come on." And he said, "Yeah, he's an actor." And I said, "He knows John from Bennington?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Really? Please. That's crazy." I mean, and then about 2 years later, I went to see a showcase production on 42nd Street. And I knew the writer and director, and I walked in, and he said, "You're going to love our leading man." And it was that guy again. And I said, "Oh my God, that guy is still doing this? This is crazy." You never make assumptions. It was Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones.
And there are many more where that came from, those stories. What are you looking for in as we head into, I want to talk about 2 things as we wrap. But before we talk about what you're looking for, I want to just touch on one thing that I'd like you to address. There has been a trend in casting called colorblind casting. Talk a little bit, has that created opportunities for you?
I think it's just the industry waking up now. And what's happening is producers, writers, showrunners are now writing and are more open to colorblind casting. I've always done it. On a show like Madam Secretary, it's inherent in the material. I mean, on Madam Secretary, you're all over the world. So you look at the text and you think, why does this have to be a man? This can be a woman. Well, can't this be any color? Is this specifically Caucasian? On many roles, I don't show Caucasian actors. I only show actors of color because I think it should, and the producers welcome that.
Now to what you're looking for this afternoon. What does somebody have to have or do to impress you and make you take notice in an audition?
It's all about preparation for me. Always has been, always will be. I don't believe people can pick up their sides and learn it on the E train. You know, I don't believe people can take 3 or 4 pages of dialogue or even 5 lines. I had a guy who's out of the Yale School of Drama come in the other day, and it was 4 or 5 lines in an episode of Elementary. And I said, Bobby, what is wrong with you? It's 4 lines. If you can't handle 4 or 5 lines, you shouldn't be doing this. How do you expect to be a series regular on a show? You know, it's always about preparation for me. Preparation.
I hope you all are prepared, just saying.
Preparation is not only knowing the material, preparation is about knowing the show you're auditioning for. I can't tell you how many people come into my office, Madam Secretary, it's in its 5th year, and have never seen an episode of Madam Secretary. They don't even know who Elizabeth McCord is or that Taya Leone plays the part. Most of you probably don't have televisions anymore, but you can get your content anywhere now. I mean, it's so accessible, it's so easy.
You're just about to start, but I have one final question, which is, how can somebody blow it in an audition with you?
By not being prepared, and it happens often.
Besides that?
I mean, I think you want to be efficient and polite and businesslike. I'm looking usually for bold choices. I'm usually looking for some, even if it's not the correct choice, I'm looking for a bold choice.
Marc, I'm turning it over to you.
Thank you.
I'll be back after everybody.
All right, great. We'll have time for questions. All right, we're going to move into our readings now, folks. This is today's reader, David Merton. Be reading with the actors.
Hi, guys.
So let me set up the scenes. We're going to do the male scene first. This is a scene from The Good Wife early on. The character of Kalinda, played by Archie Punjabi, is looking for some information on a girl who has been murdered. And she goes to sort of the area outside of Starbucks. The show takes place in Chicago, for those of you who have never watched The Good Wife. The Good Fight, its sequel, which is part of the Pellyfest this year, takes place in Chicago as well. The character is Brian. Could be anywhere in his 20s, could be college or just out of college. He's sort of just a guy working at a coffee shop, and Archie Punjabi, playing our firm's investigator, Kalinda Sharma, interviews him and asks him some questions. It's literally a page and a half. There's not much you need to know about it. This is something that would be put out on Breakdown as either a co-star or a one-day guest star. This is all we know of the character. This is all we see of the character. He is not guilty. He is just providing information. Okay? So here we go. All right. Eddie Ray Jackson.
No. These
I got it.
Okay, great.
Oh, this is Jose, right? Because we're out of order here.
Yes. Hi.
All right, Jose, how are you today?
I'm lovely. How are you?
Great. And where are you from, Jose?
I'm from here. I'm not a transplant.
New York? What
Yeah.
borough?
Queens.
Great. And how long have you been at this?
Oh God. 9 years. 9 years.
9 years.
Yeah.
Are you represented?
I am represented.
And have you, what kind of work have you done in television so far?
Actually, most of my work is in theater.
Theater.
Television has mostly been like non-union stuff, student stuff. But I wrote a web series that was picked up by a producer, and we just got into our first 2 festivals this spring.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So usually just a couple of, a little bit of a chat just to relax the actor, find out a little bit more, better than reading a resume, ask them how they're doing, takes maybe 1 minute, and then I'll usually say, Jose, pronounce your last name for me, by the way.
Useche.
Useche.
Yeah.
Great. And David's going to read with you whenever
Awesome.
you guys are ready.
Hey, dude.
Right.
Yeah, that's that girl.
Danny Littlejohn, right? Do you remember the day she died?
Yeah, that was awful. Last year, she used to come in here a lot.
And you were working that afternoon?
Oh, yeah. 1 to 7.
And what time did she come in?
Danny? She didn't come in that day.
She didn't? Are you sure? We have someone who witnessed her with a coffee cup from here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I saw her outside, but one of her friends took her the coffee.
What friend?
Her roommate. I don't remember her name.
Did you see this student out there too?
Oh, yeah, I know him. He's the one on trial.
So you saw him outside with her,
Oh, no, I mean, I know who he is, but he wasn't out there that day.
but you can't be sure.
No, I'm pretty sure. Sorry. I mean, I can lie if you want. I mean, I can say I saw them together.
Will, bad news.
Scene. Great. So the first question I'll always ask any actor when they read something for me is, what is your objective in the scene? What do you want? Because remember, he is reactive in the scene. The investigator, Archie Punjabi, is asking the questions here. But what do you want in the scene? You need to want something from the other character.
I just think I want to appease them. I don't want to cause any trouble. I want this to just sort of pass.
Great. I don't think that's a strong choice.
Cool.
That's sort of a flat choice.
Great.
What else? Anything?
In which case, dismiss them. Get this over with. I want
Right.
to, like, scorn them even.
But I don't think he's dismissing her. The text doesn't lead us there, does it?
Oh, I guess not. No, I mean, he says he'd lie for them. I guess, yeah, I want to please them. I want to,
You're getting closer.
yeah, I want to butter them up. I want to, like, be like a good little, like, witness.
Right. Got it. Okay. Strong choices. Definitive, clear, strong choices. That's what I'm looking for. He should have made those decisions before he read. When did you get the sides?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. That's about right. We usually give people about 24 hours for material like this. Usually on a pilot, when there are multiple scenes, maybe a couple of days. But this is typical. Usually our calls in the office go out anywhere between 3 and 7 o'clock at night for the next day, usually in the late morning or the afternoon. Our pre-reads are usually anywhere between 10:30 and 3 in the afternoon. Our producer sessions usually start anywhere between 3 and 4 in the afternoon, just because of the way the day is built. All right? Very good. Thank you very much, Jose.
Great, thanks.
Next, please. How are you, sir?
Good, good. Hey, how you doing?
All right. Eddie, how you been?
I'm okay, I'm all right.
Full disclosure, I know Eddie. He's been into my office. How's it been when you've come to my office? What have been your sort of experiences at my office in the past?
Careful.
It's been good, it's been good, it's been great.
People call me very fast and very efficient. Would you say that's true?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We're like lightning. So
Very much. Oh.
this is how we'll behave today. Great resume. I know Eddie's worked very well. And I've seen a couple of things he's done. And it's a big theater resume. Out of Columbia 2012, right?
Yes.
And how's your journey been the past 6 years since getting your MFA?
Well, it's been great. I've been acting around.
Right.
I've been doing a lot of theater, just going to different cities and different theaters.
When was your time at Argonne Shakes?
What was that, 2013?
Right. 10-month contract?
Yes.
Yeah. And mostly been booking, I guess, a lot of plays and some regional work, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to get you in television, right?
Okay, hey.
Yes. That's why you're
Ain't
here.
nothing wrong with that now, come on.
That's what it says. You're
well
breaking
beautiful. It's
into
well
acting on
beautiful.
television.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Let's do it.
All right.
Here we go. You're reading with David.
Hey, Dave. Yeah, that's that girl.
Danny Littlejohn, right. Do you remember the day she died?
Oh, yeah, last year. That was
Let's
awful.
stop for a second. What are you looking at?
Looking at the picture?
Right. Can you hold a picture just if you have something? All right, that'd be great. So I want to know very, very quickly what he's responding to in that first line. Okay? Is he lying about anything or it's completely honest?
Completely honest.
Right, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Let's try it again. Action.
Yeah, that's that girl.
Danny Littlejohn, right. Do you remember the day she died?
Oh, yeah, that was last year. That was awful. She used to come in a lot.
And you were working that afternoon?
Yeah, from 1 to 7.
And what time did she come in?
Danny? She didn't come in that day.
She didn't. Are you sure? We have someone who witnessed her with a coffee cup from here.
Yeah, I saw her outside, but her friend brought her the coffee.
What friend?
Her roommate, I forgot her name.
Did you see this student out there too?
Yeah, he's a guy on trial.
So you saw him outside with her?
No, I mean, I know who he is, but he wasn't outside with her.
But you can't be sure.
No, I'm pretty sure. Sorry. I can lie if you want. You want me to say I saw them together?
Will, bad news.
Very good. Who are you looking at too? What was going on there?
I was just imagining that, like, his job was telling him to get back to work, so I was just like...
Great, let's cut that, okay, because that's something that's not part of the text, not part of the scene. I understood what you were doing, but it's cluttering up your work, okay? Let's pace it up just a little bit, okay? The objective is, I want to give you as much information as possible. No one really pays attention to you. You have sort of a dead-end job as a barista at a Starbucks. No one cares about you, and here this very attractive woman comes and asks you some questions.
How you doing?
You would like to be impressive and necessary, all right? So you would like to help her, all right? I would like to become indispensable to you. Without losing the decisions that you were making in the scene, which were all correct about what you were thinking about and what you were remembering and the events that had occurred, I want you to just tighten it up a little bit, a little less air, okay? The other thing is, yes, you were absolutely right about being more certain when you recognize the picture from the guy when you recognize her picture as the victim from the paper, right? Know that immediately.
Okay.
All right, you're up on your news.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Action.
Yeah, that's that girl.
Danny Littlejohn, right. Do you remember the day she died?
Oh yeah, last year. That was awful. She used to come in a lot.
And you were working that afternoon?
Oh yeah, 1 to 7.
And what time did she come in?
Danny? She didn't come in that day.
She didn't? Are you sure? We have someone who witnessed her with a coffee cup from here.
Yeah, I saw her outside, but her friend brought her the coffee.
What friend?
Her roommate, I forgot her name.
Did you see this student out there too?
Yeah, I know him, that's the guy on trial.
So you saw him outside with her?
No, I mean, I know who he is, but he wasn't outside with her.
But you can't be sure.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry. I can lie if you want. You want me to say I saw them together?
Will, bad news.
Scene. Better? Clearer? It's all about clarity for me.
Yes.
It's all about clarity. And this is something I'll do in the office. Either I'll do some side coaching or I'll have them take a run and then give them some notes. I see a lot of potential here. I know Eddie's work. I know he's very capable. We just have to find the right thing. Now, he's probably a little older than I'd want to go for this role. The kid we cast looked like 19, like a 20-year-old college student. That's what they were after. But I have so much that's right for him. My notes will probably say something like KIM, keep in mind, DTL down the line, and like a list of things he could play. Maybe a list of 4 or 5 things I think he could play. So in other words, we have Cush Jumbo on The Good Fight. And I may say something like love interest for Cush Jumbo. Or I may say something like, third year associate on The Good Fight.
Yeah, keep
or
going.
on The Code, I may say something like PFC, private first class. Maybe he does that. You know what I mean? And I may ask questions, things like, Eddie, if we had to cut your hair for The Code to get it to a military cut, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Right. The other day, the description on Madam Secretary was for a woman who instructs Tim Daly and Taya Leone in the tango. And the description was Esmeralda, 70s, with a light Argentinian accent. And I was seeing Priscilla Lopez, the original Diana Morales, from a chorus line for something else. And she didn't know what the hell was coming. And I said to her, Priscilla, I said, how are your tango skills? And she was sort of flummoxed, but she did a couple of steps, and I had seen her in a play recently. I said, great. And the next day I offered her a part. I offered her that part, and she accepted it. So you never know what the questions are about in the room. I'm always, I like to call it, we do so much television, I always say we have a mall of casting. I'm always asking questions because I have so many roles to fill. And we just move people from show to show. Yep. So if he's not getting this, he's probably going to work for me in the next 6 months to a year. When was the last time I saw you in the office?
Not too long ago, actually. I
Right.
want to say April?
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll keep bringing him in, you know. I had an actor the other day who I wasn't crazy about coming out of Carnegie Mellon. He wasn't great in the room, and I couldn't really get a hook into what he does best. And then I went to see the Transport Group's William Inge plays, in which he was in them. He was very impressive in them. And I recently brought him in again, and his readings have gotten so much better in the room. And he did so well, I ended up casting him in an episode of Instinct, in a 2 or 3 line role. And he was just terrific in that. And then I brought him in the other day for a small role as well. And I said to him, David, I just want you to know how well you're doing in the room. I said, your work is great. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you're in class. We had a long discussion about it, actually. And I said, but I'm very encouraged, and I want you to know it's not going to be 2 or 3 lines with me for much longer. Because you want to bring actors along and encourage them. He's obviously putting in the work. I'll see you very soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold him to it.
Thank you.
All right. Is Vance next?
Yep.
Hi, Vance. How are you? Born and raised where, Vance?
Vermont.
Vermont. What part?
Manchester?
Let's just hit the
Oh,
one. Yeah.
thanks.
And is it warmer here than it is in Vermont? That seems awfully
no,
cold.
it's
No, not so much?
Terrible in Vermont, it's freezing.
And how long have you been in New York working on your career here?
2 years.
3 years.
2.
2 years.
Yep.
You started playing football?
I played football in college, yeah.
You did?
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Let's take a read. David's going to read with you. Action.
Yeah, that's our girl.
Danny Littlejohn, right? Do you remember the day she died?
Oh, yeah. Last year, that was awful. She used to come in a lot.
And you were working that afternoon?
Oh, yeah, 1 to 7.
And what time did she come in?
Danny? Well, she didn't come in that day.
She didn't. Are you sure? We have someone who witnessed her with a coffee cup from here.
Well, yeah, I saw her outside, but a friend of hers took her the coffee.
What friend?
Her roommate, I forget her name.
Did you see this student out there too?
Yeah, I know him. He's the one on trial.
So you saw him outside with her?
No, I mean, I know who he is, but he wasn't outside with her.
But you can't be sure.
No, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I can lie if you want me to say I saw them together.
Will, bad news.
Scene. Very good, Vance. Not really right for this, but so natural and so subtle and so authentic and so real, I'd probably send him out of the room and give him sides for something else I'm casting. Now, he's perfect, for instance, for the Code. The Code is made up of pretty much guys any color, 18 to 28, maybe 32 in some cases, and you fit right in there, you know? And I bet you're cast as law enforcement or military all the time. I bet that's an area, a niche that you play all the time, right?
Not yet, but...
But that's probably the kinds of things you're going out for and the kinds of things you'll play, I would imagine, right?
Right, yeah.
With the right haircut, which he'll have on set. I'm not encouraging you to cut your hair now. Just leave it. Let
I was going to buzz it before.
let wardrobe, hair, and makeup deal with that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They really sculpt people. Have you had a television audition recently?
No, I've been doing theater. I
Right.
just got back from, yeah.
On these films that you've done, the NYU thesis films, for instance,
Right.
what kind of roles are you usually playing?
Vulnerable, sensitive roles. I think that's where my strong point is. And some of them I play kind of like a dick.
Right.
One of the roles. which I don't really enjoy playing, but I can play well.
Got it. And age range wise?
Age range like 20, 25 up to like 35, something like that.
25 to 35?
Yeah.
Great. All right. It's all about getting to know the actor. Where do they fit in for what we're doing now? The texture of what they play, just getting to know them. Yeah. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean. How are you, my friend?
Doing really well.
Sean is somebody I know very well. I've seen him on stage quite a bit in New York, and I've had him in often, very recently, as a matter of fact, right?
That's right. This is nice.
And we're still, it's just an intimate setting of 200 of our
Just an intimate setting.
best friends.
People in an audition.
So wonderful in, I mean, and I know you replaced, I think we talked about this in the office,
Yeah.
Jesus Hopped the A Train. It was just wonderful work, really fantastic. Did you get a lot of heat out of that performance? Did a lot of people come and see it?
Yeah, people came to see it. I think it just gave me more credibility and gave me this. I think the fact that it was so short time, it just gave me this is what it is. It's the work, you know.
Right.
And that's
And
what
did
we
you
do.
play it at the Taper in LA as well?
No, I played a Water by the Spoon at the Marc Sachs before.
You did.
Yeah.
Did that production go to LA?
Jesus?
Yeah.
No, it just stayed.
It
at
was
the
just
Signature.
it was just at the Signature.
That's right.
Right. And have you worked with the Lab before, the Lab Theater?
Yeah, I grew up in the Lab.
Right.
I came around them when I was 16 years old, and then like 2 years ago I became a company member.
Right. And weren't you in the play at the Atlantic? I saw you in that as well,
Yeah, that's
right?
where we first met.
That's
so how could I
right.
miss him?
Before you were with Ellie, right? You
Before I was with Ellie.
Right.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. This is incremental progress. I mean,
Yeah.
he had a starring role. This is what I was talking about. A starring role, a showcase for his talent. At the Signature was about a year ago, like November. I feel like I saw it a year ago, right?
Yeah,
Just
that's right.
now. And how have you been able to transition now into film and television successfully?
No, there was a lot of things that happened. I think that I progressed more in the theater, so I'm doing King Lear on Broadway. So that was nice, from doing off-Broadway to going...
You're doing the Glenda Jackson production of King Lear. Congratulations.
Incremental. Incremental.
But
I love an actor who throws that away.
Truly, you're like,
I'm doing King Lear on Broadway, a little showcase with Glenda Jackson, who just won the Tony Award.
yeah.
You don't need to be here, sir. You're excellent. All right, let's read.
Well,
You're
let's
terrific.
hopefully, man. Is there no, we don't need a chair.
No, you're standing. You're outside the Starbucks. It's cold.
Yeah.
Hit your mark. Here we go. Action.
Yeah, that's the girl.
Danny Littlejohn, right? Do you remember the day she died?
Yeah, last year it was awful. She used to come in here a lot.
And you were working that afternoon?
Oh yeah, 1 to 7.
And what time did she come in?
Danny? She didn't come in that day.
She didn't. Are you sure? We have someone who witnessed her with a coffee cup from here.
No, I mean, she was outside, but friends of hers took her the coffee.
What friend?
Her roommate, I forgot her name.
Did you see this student out here too?
Yeah, I know him. He's a guy on trial.
So you saw him outside with her?
No, I mean, I know who he is, but he wasn't outside there with her.
But you can't be sure.
No, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I can lie if you want. If you want me to say I saw them there together.
Will, bad news.
Again, not right for what we're looking for here, but a perfect audition.
What?
So,
Yes.
so completely prepared. He didn't even, he was so confident. He didn't even look at his page. I wasn't watching an audition. I felt like I was watching a scene outside of Starbucks. You know, it's completely authentic, you know. And I understood exactly what his choices were and what he was after. With Sean, I think it's just about finding the right fit in television. What did we just read in the office? I feel like you've been in the last month.
Yeah, we read this, it was a military show.
It's the code, right?
The code.
Yeah.
And I forget, it was.
I remember writing something like "so talented, just not the right fit here." But he's such a unique guy, you know, and he's very, very specific. But when it's right, it's going to be right. Do you know what I mean? And we're just waiting for the right role. This is beyond incremental progress. To work with Glenda Jackson on Broadway, I mean, who are you playing?
I'm playing Edgar.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Congratulations. Oh my God. Sean, you were on your way. You were on your way.
Thank you.
And you're just, when do you go into rehearsals?
Well, I've kind of begun, but I go into official rehearsals in January.
January. Maybe we can get you something before January if we can
Love
work it
that.
out. All right.
All right.
Great.
See you guys later.
Talk about incremental.
All right. Does that bring us to Mr. Dexter?
Is he the last one?
I love the fact that we're putting the contestants in some soundproof so they can't hear each other audition. Isn't that great? Hi, Stephen. How are you?
Oh, good, Mark. How are you?
Full disclosure, I've just hired Stephen. How long ago did we hire you on Elementary?
Oh, a month, maybe?
A month. He's fresh. He's fresh from the Marc Sachs Repertory Company.
Proud.
Very good.
Member.
And tell the folks what you played for us.
I played an irate dinner guest. It was like a scene, a really expensive dinner, and there was like a murder, and I just basically bitched out the officer.
Right.
About why you ruined the night.
And who was your scene with?
Michael.
John Michael Hill?
John Michael Hill. Mm-hmm.
Great.
And then Johnny Lee and Lucy Liu were.
Did Lucy hug you?
She did.
She's a hugger.
She's very friendly.
She is. We call her the mayor. She's so welcoming.
She's very
so
friendly.
great.
She's very nice.
Anyhow, Stephen's excellent. We've had him in a couple of times. I think I was introduced to you a couple of years ago by professional artists, right?
Yes.
Is that about right? Marilyn
Yep.
sent you over for
Still with
something?
them. Yep.
Great. Excellent. Let's take a read. Action.
Yeah, that's that girl.
Danny Littlejohn, right? Do you remember the day she died?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, last year. That was awful. Yeah, she used to come in all the time.
And you were working that afternoon?
Oh, yeah. 1 to 7.
And what time did she come in?
Danny, she didn't come in that day.
She didn't. Are you sure? We have someone who witnessed her with a coffee cup from here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I saw her outside, but a friend of hers gave her the coffee.
What friend?
Her roommate, I forget her name.
Did you see this student out there too?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know him. He's the one on trial.
So you saw him outside with her?
No, I mean that I know who he is, but no, he wasn't out there with her.
But you can't be sure.
No, I'm pretty sure. Look, I can lie if you want me to just tell them that I saw them out there together.
Will, bad news.
Great. I wasn't, again, sure here of the intention. It felt a little muddled. I'd probably take the time to sharpen some of those choices up. But again, not quite right. It wasn't quite what we were looking for when we cast this originally. But now I've gotten to know Stephen's work, and now the wheels are turning. So I'm thinking, what else could he do here? Do you do, when you go out on, tell us about your last 2 or 3 television auditions. Are you playing law enforcement? Are you playing lawyers? Are you playing doctors? Are you playing serial murderers? What are you playing?
A lot of white collar.
A lot of white collar.
I go in for
so
nurses.
I had it right with Elementary. That's sort of right.
Yep.
Okay.
That was on the heels of playing another entitled asshole on Billions.
And what was the entitled asshole on Billions?
He was in a sushi restaurant, and he was being very, very obnoxious on his phone, and was like,
You're big in restaurants being obnoxious.
I know.
That's your niche.
And I'm never like that in real life.
Sure.
It's the Connecticut one.
And do the roles you've played on stage translate into television, or television sees you one way and stage is probably a little wider?
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Got it.
Yes.
And how old do you usually play? From what to what?
Usually like late 20s, early 30s.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, now I'm flipping through my portfolio of shows here. I'm thinking on The Good Fight, he's probably like the 28, 30-year-old associate trying to get ahead. On The Code, he's probably one of our soldiers. On Madam Secretary, maybe he plays somebody working in the State Department. I'm finding out sort of where he fits. And really, it's all about trial and error. That's what it's about for me. You know, it's like trying on clothes. Where do people fit best? After a while, when you're in your 40s, you sort of know what you do on television. And you're always trying to sort of widen, you know, and deepen the characters you play. I ran into an actor in LA not too long ago. Well, it was while Mad Men was on the air, and my offices in LA were near the Mad Men audition offices. And I said, "Oh my God, John, you look great." I said, "What are you here for?" And he said, "I'm here for Mad Men." I said, "Oh, great. Well, what a great show. What's the part?" He said, "You know, a dick in a suit." Because at 50, he knew what he was playing. He was going out on very similar roles. But when I meet somebody and I'm beginning with an actor, I really want to find out what they do best and where they excel. Sometimes I'm bringing somebody in consistently for the wrong things, and then I see them on stage and they do something I've never seen them do before, and I think, oh my God, where have I been? That's what they do well, you know? And some actors you look at, like somebody like, you know, Edie Falco, for instance, and you look at her work. I just saw her in The True at the New Group, and you look at her work and you think, there are no boundaries with Edie Falco. She's capable of almost anything you give to her, you know? There are only assets, no deficits with somebody like Edie Falco, you know? She seemingly can do anything. Kevin Kline, some of our greatest actors, you know, they won't be typed, you know. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andrew? Hi, Andrew. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Let me try. Kilimani?
Kalamani.
Kalamani.
Yeah.
All right, got it. Born and raised where, sir?
Chicago.
And moved to New York when?
3 years ago.
And started with Michael Howard?
That's correct.
And you did the summer, and liked the summer so much you did the 2-year conservatory?
That's correct.
Got it. And why did you move from Chicago to New York? Because Chicago has a thriving theater scene and some television now with the Dick Wolf shows there.
Right. Well, I moved from Chicago to Austin, Texas, actually, in the middle of high school. And I finished out high school in Texas and made the jump from Austin to New York. I'd never been to the city, knew I wanted to at least try a summer program, and Michael Howard was the name.
Why New York instead of Chicago or LA?
Something about New York just called to me. It just seemed like the right
Had you
place.
visited New York?
Never.
No.
No, I
So you
visited
just-
LA before, but
You
never.
just came here cold.
Yeah.
And seeking representation at the moment?
I'm with Sandy Gunner at Avanti Talent and with Innovative Artists.
Oh, great. Innovative for what?
Commercial.
Commercials. Got it. All right, very good. Let's take a read.
All right.
Action.
Yeah, that's that girl.
Danny Littlejohn, right. Do you remember the day she died?
Oh, yeah, last year. It was awful. She used to come in here a lot.
And you were working that afternoon?
Yeah, 1 to 7.
And what time did she come in?
Danny? She didn't come in that day.
She didn't? Are you sure? We have someone who witnessed her with a coffee cup from here.
Right, yeah. I saw her outside, but a friend of hers took her the coffee.
What friend?
Her roommate, but I forgot her name.
Did you see this student out there too?
Yeah, I know him. He's the one on trial.
So you saw him outside with her?
No, I mean, I know who he is, but no, he wasn't outside with her.
But you can't be sure.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry. Look, I can lie if you want. Say I saw them together.
Will, bad news.
Very good. I want you to try the scene again.
Okay.
And play that you're attracted to her, that you think maybe there's a chance. So you would do anything to sort of spend more time with her and get her attention.
With Kalinda, gotcha.
Me.
Yes. Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, gotcha.
And stand by.
Get into it.
Action.
Yeah, that's that girl.
Danny Littlejohn.
Right.
Right. Do you remember the day she died?
Oh, yeah. God, that was last year. It was awful. Yeah, she used to come in a lot.
And you were working that afternoon?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 1 to 7.
And what time did she come in?
Let's start again. Remember, the situation is sort of grave.
Yeah.
Someone has been murdered. So don't play that. So don't play that you're looking for a date or coming on to her.
Right, okay.
Keep that underneath.
Sure thing.
All right?
Things
It's a
will adjust.
regretful situation.
Right.
Stand by.
Okay.
Action.
Yeah, that's that girl.
Danny Littlejohn, right. Do you remember the day she died?
Yeah, last year. It was awful. She used to come in here a lot.
And you were working that afternoon?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 1 to 7.
And what time did she come in?
Danny? She didn't come in that day.
She didn't? Are you sure? We have someone who witnessed her with a coffee cup from here.
Yeah, I mean, I saw her outside, but a friend of hers took her the coffee.
What friend?
Her roommate. I forgot her name.
Did you see this student out there too?
Yeah, I know him. He's the one on trial.
So you saw her outside with him,
No, I mean, I know who he is, but he wasn't outside with her.
but you can't be sure.
No, I'm pretty sure. Hey, I'm sorry. You know, I could lie if you want. Say I saw them together.
Will, bad news.
Better, right? Clearer. Yeah, that was excellent. That's a great adjustment, okay? And not only did it become clearer, but it became more confident, okay? Sometimes people just need to get it out once. Do you know what I mean? And I'm always amazed at the people who are folding up their sides, and they're folding up their sides, and I'll say, Andrew, don't you want the callback? Or do you want to try that again? And they're halfway out my door. Because my job is not to make you a better actor or a great actor. My job is to get you ready for the producers. Once you're cast, it's the director and the showrunner's deal, all right? But part of a casting director's job is to get you ready for your producer callback and to give you the best shot possible. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, great. Alrighty, switching it up.
Now we move on to the ladies. This scene is from Elementary. A woman who is an attorney comes to Dr. Joan Watson, played by Lucy Liu, asking for some help. The scene is self-explanatory. The role is Nicole. And we begin with Robin Galloway. Hi, Robin. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Long resume. Lots of regional theater, huh?
Regional theater, theater around town.
And you started out in the MFA program at Brown Trinity. It was a
Yes.
great institution.
Was one of the
And
first
you've been out for a little over 10 years. And how's it going for you in the city?
It's great. I left the city for a few years to go to LA. I came back and
Tell me about that.
Very
That's always
happy.
very interesting to me.
I worked in the production side.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So it wasn't to seek fame and fortune out
It
there.
wasn't. I did do some television. I did some films,
Right.
but I worked on a television show in the production side, both at Fox, TNT, and then at Sony Pictures.
And then you moved back to New York to restart your acting career?
I moved back to New York to restart my acting career and to be in the city that I preferred.
Got it. Right. Yeah, no, I'm a big, I hate Los Angeles.
I hate it too.
They're just waiting for the death of the firstborn out there because they've had all the other plagues. Locusts, mudslides,
It's true.
Armageddon. They're just waiting for the big one out there. I go in, I do my work, and I get out. That's all there is. The city's burning itself alive during the summer. It's 105 degrees.
I know.
It's crazy.
I know.
All right. Well, welcome back to NYC.
Thank you. Thank you.
And congratulations. When was this Law and Order? Was that recent or was that a while back?
It was right before I went to LA.
It was, and it was a
So,
guest star, a prominent role?
Guest star, prominent role.
Great.
I had a couple of casting directors that were advocates for me, as you described. They kept bringing me back in, and waited for a guest spot instead of
Right.
a
That's
smaller
wonderful.
part, which was nice. So,
You seem just right for this. Let's take a read.
okay.
Stand by, please. Action.
Joan Watson, how can I help you?
My name's Nicole Holder. I'm looking for someone who does what you do, a detective. I called the police station for recommendations. I finally got a hold of someone named Marcus Bell. He says you're excellent. My sister Jessica, she's missing.
I'm so sorry.
It's been over 5 years now. Some days, most days, it feels like nobody's even looking for her anymore.
Do you like green tea? Tell me what happened.
I don't know. The last time Jessica, anyone saw her was inside the apartment. Her roommate left about 4:30, came back after midnight, and just was gone. I keep a file about it.
Do the police have any theories about what happened to her?
Sure, the police, the FBI, they all have ideas.
The FBI. Why are they involved?
There's a man in their New York office, John Tanner. He thinks that Jess was abducted by a serial criminal. This sounds strange, I know, but when Jess's roommate came home the night she disappeared, there was a smell in the apartment, like something was baking, like nutmeg.
Doesn't sound that strange.
The thing is, over the years, 5 other women have gone missing without ever being heard from again, and each time, the place they disappeared from, it had the same smell after they were gone, like nutmeg. Tanner thinks the same person took all 6 women. He calls the guy pumpkin, nutmeg.
Pumpkin pie, I get it. Is there a suspect?
Look, I'm a lawyer. I've worked criminal cases. I know the odds are not good here, but even if Jess is gone, I just want to know what happened to her. I want to know where my sister is.
Scene. Great. So the objective is clear here, and what is the objective in the scene?
She wants to find her sister,
Right.
dead or alive.
Right. I want you to find my sister. I
Yeah.
need some closure.
Yes.
Right. You played it very well. I completely understood what you were doing.
Yes.
It's been how many years?
Since she's been missing,
Yes.
over 5.
Right. So half a decade.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a little emotional, but you need to play the intention. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Which is what you lead with in the scene. She's told this story a million times, so she knows it like by heart. I mean, this is something she's told probably to law enforcement 25 times over the past 5 years.
Right.
This is her last hope. That was what I was missing.
Oh, that's what I put on my side.
Right. Well, you needed to make that clearer because
Okay.
it didn't seem like that to me.
Okay,
And
okay.
that's what I was looking for. But
Okay.
you're right for it. I probably would work with you a little bit on it and probably bring you in for producers.
Okay.
All right. Because, maybe we're doing this at noon, and then I'm going to say to you, get a 4 o'clock appointment. Well, that's 4 hours. You can polish that up in 4 hours.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So,
Yes.
but very good job.
Thank you.
You're absolutely on the right track, and she's exactly what I see in the part. Feels like the right match. Feels like the right fit. The first thing I'm looking for whenever I see an actor is appropriateness. Do they fulfill the vision the showrunner has put forth to me? Whether it's officer number 1, uniform, or it's a huge arc on a recurring role. Very good. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you.
Tina. All my old friends here today. How are you, Tina?
Hi.
How's everything been?
Good.
Well, Tina has worked for me, full disclosure, twice. Tell the folks what you played on Madam and then Elementary.
I did elementary last year, a guest spot, playing someone who was kind of human trafficked. Well, I wasn't human trafficked. My friend was human trafficked. I had to give all the information.
Did you have a scene with Lucy Liu?
I had a scene with Johnny Lee Miller and I can't remember his name now. The guy who plays Marcus Bell.
Oh, John Michael Hill.
Yeah,
Very
both
good.
of them.
So you were not hugged by Lucy Liu?
No.
Okay.
And-
She would hug you.
And I did Madam Secretary.
And would you
this
play
year.
on Madam Secretary for us?
My son was the next Dalai Lama, and
Right. That was
That was
great. I love that episode. That's a great episode.
Yeah, it's fun.
Right. Fantastic. Well, you are certainly having incremental progress because her first 4 or 5 credits are relatively new shows.
yeah.
From the past couple of years. Like Mysteries of Laura only went off the air last year. So she's done Mysteries of Laura, Elementary, Madam Secretary, Castle Rock, Deception, the Untitled Marvel series.
That's
which
because I
is-
signed an NDA, so I can't say what
It's
it
the
is.
Defenders, right?
I'm not telling you.
Right, okay, got it. I know how to read a resume, Tina. And she's represented by HCKR, Harding Curtis, Kirsten and Riley, which is a great agency. We work with them all the time. So why don't you tell the group how you've had this incremental progress and why it's happened since you got out of Brown Trinity? How many years since you got out of school?
10 years.
10 years. So this is a lot of work in 10 years because you've had a lot of regional experience
Yeah.
too.
Most of
And
my
do you
work is
feel like you're having incremental progress year to year?
I do. It started feeling this year like I didn't have incremental progress because I was doing a lot more regional work, which I've always been doing, and I wasn't really doing a lot of television because I was out of town, but then I just booked this recurring, so then it did feel like incremental. And also web
But the
series.
stage work is supporting, I mean,
It does,
it's only helping your artistry.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes, it does.
So that's
Everything is
part
training.
of, yeah, that's part of the incremental progress.
Yes.
You know, I would rather you be working, doing a good part in regional theater than looking at your four walls in your apartment waiting for the
agree.
phone to ring. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's great to be on stage every night.
Yes.
Right?
It's
So-
good practice.
So you're doing very well. So probably the next step for you is to get, now that you've conquered a recurring role on a show.
Well, I'm working on it now.
Right.
Yeah.
But probably the next step is to start testing for pilots and things
That'd
like
be
that,
great.
right? Yeah. Seems like that's the next natural step, right?
I hope so.
Or more guest star work?
Yeah, that'd be
Deeper
great.
roles?
Yes.
Richer roles, right?
Yes,
You're doing great.
you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's take a read.
Okay.
Action.
Joan Watson, how can I help you?
My name's Nicole. Sorry, let's do that again.
Please.
I am a big
I was about to say Nicole Miller, and I was like, she's a fashion designer.
I'm a big believer in second chances in the room. I very frequently will stop the scene and say, why don't you start again, get off to a better start, or I'll make a correction, even if the director and producer are sitting there, because I'm a big believer in second chances. You know, I always say to people when they come in, you know, you just spent $275 on your Metro card. We might as well make it worth your while, right? So, let's see this, Tina. Just relax, okay? You start when you're ready.
Joan Watson, how can I help you?
My name's Nicole Holder. I'm looking for someone that does what you do. A detective. I called the police station for recommendations. Finally got through to someone named Marcus Bell. He says you're excellent. My sister Jessica. She's missing.
I'm so sorry.
It's been more than 5 years now. Most days it feels like nobody's even looking for her anymore.
Do you like green tea? Tell me what happened.
I don't know. Last time anyone saw Jess was inside her apartment. Her roommate left at 4:30, came back after midnight, and Jess was gone. I keep a file about it.
Do the police have any theories about what happened to her?
Sure. Police, the FBI, they all have ideas.
The FBI. Why are they involved?
There's a man in their New York office, John Tanner. He thinks Jess was abducted by a serial criminal. This sounds strange, I know, but when Jess's roommate came home the night she disappeared, there was a smell in the apartment. It smelled like something was baking, like nutmeg.
Doesn't sound that strange.
Thing is, over the years, 5 other women have gone missing and never heard from again. Each time, the place they disappeared from, it smells the same way as when they disappeared, like nutmeg. Tanner thinks the same person took all 6 women. Calls them pumpkin, you know, nutmeg.
Pumpkin pie, I get it. Is there a suspect?
Look, I'm a lawyer. I've worked criminal cases. I know the odds aren't good here. But even if Jess is gone, I just want to know what happened. I want to know where my sister is.
Scene. She walked the line in the last turn beautifully. You felt she was at the end of her rope and that she had exhausted all possibilities and she was getting emotional. I would have probably layered on a little more drive at the end of the scene. You've got to do this for me. A sort of desperation. That's the only thing. She told the story very well. I understood the story. I understood that she was making it clear to Joan Watson that there was a theory afloat, about the nutmeg and John Tanner, and she had put all the pieces together, and she had sort of built the story. It's all about how you tell the story, but really good job.
Thank you.
This is something where I'd give her 1 or 2 notes. I probably wouldn't even do it again. I would just layer on a couple of notes and just bring her to the producers later that afternoon. That's a callback. Sometimes someone comes in and just nails it when there is no other choice. They just come in and they give you a perfect reading. And I once wrote on my sheet, STW. And the producer looked at me and said, STW, what's that? I said, straight to wardrobe. And now that producer just writes STW all the time on his sheet. Excellent job. Great to see you, Tina.
Thank you so much.
Tina, we have more shows to put you on now. You got to come do a good fight for us soon. All right, we have Claire. Hey, Claire.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I've met Claire before. She's represented by my friends Julie Madison and Lisa Loosemore at Viking.
Wow.
And we've been trying to find the right thing for you. They're very persistent over there. And we'll get there. But I don't think you were with Stuart when you first started.
No, when I
right?
first started, I was with Buckwald.
Oh, you were? That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah, and they're a great agency, but I have found one that is
And
more
how
suited.
many years out of Juilliard?
4 years.
4 years out of Juilliard.
Yeah.
Tell the folks how the struggle or the journey has been.
It's been good. I do mostly plays, and I make a lot of my own films. So it's like a lot of, I just directed my first music video. So it's funny because I find a lot of my work through my directing and my writing as much as I do through my auditioning.
Why no television? Have you just not been available, or are you concentrating now on more television?
About a year ago, I started doing more indie films,
Right.
and the right TV part just hasn't hit yet.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. As I said before, I think during the male section of our afternoon, sometimes it's just about trying on clothes and seeing what fits you best. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here because
Me
this will
too.
be great.
Yeah.
All right. Reading with David, please.
All right, cool.
Action.
Joan Watson,
Oh,
how can I help you?
My name's Nicole Holder. I'm looking for someone who does what you do, a detective. My sister, Jessica, is missing.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's been more than 5 years now. Some days it feels like no one's even looking for her anymore.
Do you like green tea? Tell me what happened.
Well, I don't know. The last time anyone saw Jess was inside of her apartment. Her roommate left at 4:30 and came back at midnight, and Jess was gone. I keep a file about it.
Do the police have any theories about what happened to her?
Yeah, sure. Police, FBI, everyone's got ideas.
FBI, why are they involved?
There's a man in the New York office, John Tanner, and he thinks that Jess was abducted by a serial criminal. It sounds strange, I know, but when Jess's roommate came back the night that Jess was abducted, there was this smell in the apartment. It smelled like something was baking, like nutmeg.
It doesn't sound that strange.
The thing is, over the years, 5 other women have been abducted, and each time the place that they disappeared from, it smells the same way after they're gone. It smells like nutmeg. John Tanner thinks that the same person abducted all 6 of them. He calls the guy Pumpkin, nutmeg.
Pumpkin pie, I get it. Is there a suspect?
Look, I'm a lawyer. I've worked criminal cases, and I know that the odds are not good here, but if Jess really is gone, I just want to know what happened to her. I want to know where my sister is.
Scene. Great. Excellent. I don't think you're quite old enough.
Thanks.
Only because, remember, this happened 5 years ago, and she needs to be a bit more of an experienced lawyer, I
Right.
think. And there's something that I think you read a little more sort of downtown and bohemian a little bit. that is appropriate elsewhere for what we have, and maybe that's what I need to work on.
I play a lot of women who ruin people's lives through sex.
Fierce.
I really do.
That's a niche.
It's
That's a
absolutely
niche.
not like,
Come on.
it's not who I am.
Right.
It's not who I am.
But it's what you play.
But it's like where I'm most successful, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go there, but I have some other ideas of things you can do for us that I think would be suitable and appropriate. And I think I have a better idea now that I've seen you read this, what to do with you.
Cool.
So let me work on that.
I'm glad I came.
But yes, I mean, it was a successful read. It's just the fit isn't quite right here. And there's no sense in fooling with it if the fit isn't right. But it teaches me what I need to know about you and sort of where you play. In your television auditions, let's exclude what you just said.
Yes.
What kinds of roles are you most successful playing in the room? What have you been called back for and go to producers on, et cetera?
Like art students.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Artistic, bohemian.
Yeah.
There's something about you.
Or like
you know?
someone who's like a bad influence, or someone who's, but someone who doesn't seem like she's a bad influence at first.
Right. There's a
Like-
little Laura Linney in you. There are a number of people in you. I think I need to experiment.
Yeah.
But great.
Thanks
for coming in.
Yeah, thanks guys. Good luck with everything.
Is it Jeannie or Jean? Jean, come on in. How are you, Jean?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Born and raised where, Jean?
Born in California, raised outside of Seattle.
Seattle. And moved here how many years ago?
12.
And what's been your journey in New York?
I've been doing a lot of theater, downtown theater scene, performance
But acting
art,
for a dozen
acting.
years here.
Yeah, acting.
You came here to pursue this. It's not something you found here.
Right, yeah.
When were you bitten by the bug? Early on?
Yeah.
Was it a movie? Was it a play?
It was a movie, like seeing people dancing up and down a staircase, and I said I wanted to do that.
Got it. Movie musicals? That kind of thing?
Yeah, that's not what I do, but that was
Right,
was
that
the
inspired
first.
you.
Yeah.
I always ask that question. When were you bitten by the bug?
Yeah.
And you've done some readings. I see New York Theater Workshop, and you've done some work at La Mama. Great. Where did you train? Just independently with all these folks here?
Marymount, Manhattan, I did theater.
And then you
degree,
supplemented
and then
your training with a variety of teachers in the city.
Yeah, exactly.
And do you feel you need more training after 12 years? Do you feel you've sort of conquered all the training now? Enough movement, enough voice, enough technique, enough acting for television?
Oh, I mean, I would love to be in class, as often as I can also, so.
Do you feel you're lacking anything at this point in your toolkit?
I like to drop in, I like the workshop atmosphere to be able to get in there and still explore and still learn.
Got it. And freelancing with anybody or completely unrepresented?
Unrepresented.
Got it. Okay. Here we go. Action.
Joan Watson, how can I help you?
My name's Nicole Holder. I'm looking for someone who does what you do, a detective. I called the police station for recommendations. I finally got through to someone named Marcus Bell. He said you're excellent. My sister, Jessica, she's missing.
I'm so sorry.
It's been more than 5 years now. Most days it feels like nobody's even looking for her anymore.
Do you like green tea? Tell me what happened.
I don't know. The last time anyone saw Jess was inside her apartment. Her roommate left at about 4:30, came home after midnight, and Jess was gone. I keep a file about it.
Do the police have any theories about what happened to her?
Sure, the police, the FBI, they've all got ideas.
The FBI, why are they involved?
There's a man in their New York office, John Tanner. He thinks Jess was abducted by a serial criminal. This sounds strange, I know, but when Jess's roommate got home the night she disappeared, there was a smell in the apartment. It smelled like something was baking, like nutmeg.
Doesn't sound that strange.
The thing is, over the years, 5 other women have gone missing, never to be heard from again. Each time, the place they disappeared from, it smells the same way after they're gone, like nutmeg. Tanner thinks the same person took all 6 women. He calls the guy Pumpkin, nutmeg.
Pumpkin pie, I get it. Is there a suspect?
Look, I'm a lawyer. I've worked criminal cases. I know the odds aren't good here. But even if Jess is gone, I just want to know what happened to her. I want to know where my sister is.
Scene. Great. I never give this note, but my note would be slow down. Because what's happening in the scene is you're not thinking. You're not getting yourself from point A to point B to point C.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just, you're just hammering out the words. And some of the choices are correct, but you're not letting the scene breathe. I rarely say this, by the way. But what you need to do is write the interior monologue for the character down on the page. Literally, write it down. So what you are thinking while Joan is speaking, that's what you're thinking.
Right.
We all have a movie in our mind. Even as I'm talking now, you always have an interior monologue going. She's missing that piece, all right? So it felt like it was just being done completely by rote. And of course, as I mentioned before, she knows the story. She's been living with this for half a decade. But you have to make it appear as if you're telling her this story for the first time.
Right.
All right? And that's what I was missing there. The interior monologue will take care of that for you. All right? Very nice. Congratulations
Thank
on all the
you.
good theater work, and keep working.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Madeline, I'm going to let you pronounce your last name for me.
Bloxham.
Bloxham.
Yep.
Got it.
There's a little X in there.
I see it. And where are you from? Born and raised where?
In Virginia.
What part of Virginia?
Northern Virginia?
And you came to New York to go to school?
No, I went to school in Virginia and then graduated.
At James Madison,
James Madison.
and then but came here for additional training?
Nope, just right after graduation.
And just been here a year?
Just been
Not
less
even
than
a year?
Yeah.
Yeah? And how are you finding it?
I love it. I like it
Really?
a lot. Yeah.
Was this always your dream?
Yes. Yes.
Really?
It was. Yeah.
Now, here's something that I'm interested in. She speaks some level of French,
Yes.
which I always need because of Madam Secretary. So I'll always ask the following questions. How well do you speak French? If I gave you a page of dialogue written in English, could you translate it on the spot, or would you need some time?
I would need 5 or 10 minutes.
That's it.
Yeah.
So if you had the sides overnight, you could play someone working in the State Department who was a State Department official, a U.S. citizen, who could translate in French.
Yes.
Very good. That's always an asset for me. We are around the world every week. It's crazy. So it's a very useful special skill. I said this upstairs. Sometimes you need those special, it's languages, it's playing an instrument. I mean, I never thought I'd be interested in horseback riding, but when we were doing Mercy Street, which was a novel for television, we did 2 seasons of it. It was a Civil War piece, and I needed people who had some writing skills. It's the special skills. I'm not interested in drives a stick, you know, which is, I'm not interested in cooking. Cartwheels maybe, but I am interested in somebody who speaks French. Here we go. Nicole, action.
Joan Watson, how can I help you?
My name's Nicole Horder. I'm looking for someone who does what you do, a detective. I called the police station for recommendations. I finally got a hold of a Marcus Bell. He says you're excellent. My sister, Jessica, she's missing.
I'm so sorry.
It's been more than 5 years now. Most times it feels like nobody's even looking for her anymore.
Do you like green tea? Tell me what happened.
I don't know. The last time anyone saw Jess, she was inside her apartment. Her roommate left at around 4:30, came back after midnight, and she was gone. I keep a file about it.
Do the police have any theories about what happened to her?
Sure, the police, the FBI, they've all got ideas.
The FBI, why are they involved?
There's a man in the New York office, a John Tanner. He thinks that Jess was abducted by a serial criminal. I know this sounds strange, I know, but when Jess's roommate came home that night, she disappeared. There was a smell in the apartment. It smelled like someone had been baking, like nutmeg.
Doesn't sound that strange.
The thing is, over the years, 5 other women have been taken, and every time the place they were taken from smelled the same way, like nutmeg. Tanner thinks the same man took all 6 women. He calls him Pumpkin, you know, nutmeg.
No, pumpkin pie, I get it. Is there a suspect?
Look, I'm a lawyer. I've worked criminal cases. I know the odds aren't good here, but even if my sister is gone, I just want to know what happened to her. I want to know where she is.
Scene. Great. She's way too young for this. She's just a year out of school. It's not the right scene, but she's obviously talented and reads well. And this becomes the beginning of our relationship, where I write down assistant at the law firm on The Good Fight, waitress in West Village restaurant, because these are the roles I have every week. And I hold on to your picture, and the next time I have one of those roles, we bring you in and we start you small, because you've got no television credits.
Nope.
We start you doing the two-line waitress. We start you doing, the nurse at a hospital. We start you reading any of those roles. And on a show like Elementary, which has been on for 7 years, I'm running a little dry. So it's always great to meet new talent, because people ask me upstairs, where do you find your new talent? In forums like this, or at Williamstown Theater Festival when I meet the apprentices and the non-equity company, or showcases when people are showcasing between March and the beginning of June when they get out of school. So it's just the beginning of a relationship. The key thing here to remember about today is you are not auditioning for the part. You are auditioning for the privilege of auditioning again and starting a relationship. I will forget about these auditions, all right? But I will hold the pictures and resumes, and when I have something right for Sean before King Lear begins rehearsals, you better believe he'll be right in. If I have something for Claire that comes up in the next couple of weeks, I might just give her a shot in the room and see how she does. It's just about expanding my mental Rolodex. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please give all our actors a big hand. Thank you, David. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Mark.
It's always good. I intentionally had a male reader do this today, because obviously the people he were talking, the people in the scenes he was talking to was female, and I purposely do that because you need to learn how to play opposite any reader in a room. Sometimes a casting assistant is just terrible. He's a real actor, and he's a lot better than most casting assistants who are behind the camera and maybe doing two jobs. So we're going to take questions. Sandy, you're going to moderate, and we're doing microphones, or is Sandy going to repeat the question? We do microphones. All right, great. So Sandy, why don't you call it out, and I'll pull up a chair next to you.
I think you should be in this chair. There we go.
All right. You choose the folks, and then I guess repeat the question if we can.
Absolutely.
Am I being heard?
And have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
First, I think we should really applaud Marc Sachs. And I'm not just saying this because you're next to me, but I'm in this business a while, and I really learned a lot. Really learned a lot. Didn't you all learn a lot this afternoon? This is really a priceless opportunity to ask questions, and I think the more specific, the better. Anything you didn't understand, anything you want to know, right in front here.
They're coming to mic you. This way everybody can participate and hear the question.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Deja Blaze. I actually went in for you this year for the first time.
Right.
My question is, you mentioned preliminary auditions. So is that different than an actual audition, meaning you come in, are you kind of going through a process before you're officially auditioning for the role?
You come in for a pre-read with me.
Yeah.
And then I will bring you to producers. It's usually same day or within a couple of days. Okay. So usually your pre-read for me is coming in, reading the sides, maybe we talk a little bit. These were examples of pre-reads. And then I might give you some direction or might talk to you. It's usually just like this. This pretty much simulated the experience. And then maybe you're coming in that afternoon, the next day, or the day after that for the producers. Sometimes we will just put you on tape that day. But I'm one of those guys who has people in the room, which is becoming less and less frequent now. Very, very often you don't have producers, writers, directors, showrunners in the room now, and it's just a casting director, a casting assistant putting you on tape. We try always to have somebody in the room.
How hard do you lobby for someone you really believe in?
Oh, all the time. All the time. I'm fighting with, it's the Lisa Beach story. I'm fighting with producers and directors. I mean, I don't want to say fighting. I'm advocating for people strongly all the time. I'm not always right, but I think I'm right most of the time. I mean, because I'm the expert. You know, I mean, it's as if they're having a problem on set with the design, it's the art director or the set decorator or the designer who is the expert. And many producers begin to trust me. I had an example on The Good Wife several years ago now, where the producers wanted to hire a starry-ish name, very, very good actor. And I said, he's not right for the part. And they said, no, 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 the director likes him a lot, we like him a lot, just hire him. And I said, you don't hire this guy for this part, he's not the right guy. He's somebody who colors outside the lines. This is not the right guy, this is the wrong fit. And they said, no, no, we're gonna write for him, we're gonna make it funny. And I said, okay. I said, I think you should hire somebody else. And I gave them a name. And they said, no, 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 we want to go with the guy. We like this guy. We think it's great. The day after his first day of shooting, I got an email from the line producer that it said, Ruh-roh, I think you were right. And the next day, the Kings called me and said, mea culpa, we've made a terrible mistake. What should we do? Do we continue this character and then find our way out of it, or do we reshoot the scenes? We're culpable. CBS has told us they will pay to reshoot the scenes. I said, let's fire him and reshoot the scenes. They said, well, where do we go? I said, I had this guy who was in New Orleans put himself on tape. This is who you should go with. We replaced the actor. The other guy did many episodes for us, and they sent me a gift certificate to Bliss Spa.
Right? Next question. Yes, over there.
Hi, my name is Marina, and I just started studying drama, and a lot of the advice that I hear is to network and to meet people and stuff, but I kind of blanch at that sometimes because it seems like it's hard to find the line between networking and meeting people and kissing ass, and I guess my question is, what do you think the happy medium is between doing that respectfully?
I like ambitious people. As long as you're professional and as long as you're polite, I like ambitious people. I am an ambitious person myself because I have to go out and get jobs too. I'm the first one to, be sending out my resume, even at this late, even in mid to late career, I still am lobbying for jobs, and I think, actors, you are the CEO of your own business. And I think you need to do that. You're smart enough. Think of all the people who aren't here today. You guys were smart enough to find this, register for it, and get here. So you're doing a lot better than some of the other complacent, lazy people who didn't take advantage of this opportunity.
And can we say it's on a Sunday? Next question. Yes, in the back there.
So how large of a role would you say that a resume plays, like depth of a resume? Is that a big thing for you?
Yes, especially education. I'm a big believer in education. Coming out of a BFA or an MFA means a lot to me. People who have studied with certain teachers whom I respect and support, that all means a lot to me.
I also went to Albany. I believe that's where you went.
I'm sorry.
It was a good time. But do you tend to favor guys who went to, men or women who went to theater schools over, or does that matter to you in a big way?
It's a good starting point. I mean, we see all the showcases. I usually will I will sit down with every student from Yale, Juilliard, NYU, Carnegie Mellon, North Carolina School of the Arts, and then pick and choose from Rutgers, Purchase, ACT, DePaul, etc. But yes, training at that level means a lot to me.
Thank you.
When did you realize that you had the ability to keep so many faces and names in your head?
It's fading, Sandy, rapidly. I don't know what I'd do without IMDb, even despite its flaws. Early on, I was able to put things together. I always had a great memory, always had a great memory. You know, you're doing this every day, so your memory gets sharper because it's like, you know, it's like doing puzzles. You know, every day you're putting together a puzzle.
And when the young performer is in front of you, or even the seasoned performer, there shouldn't be a wasted second, should there?
As you can see, this was pretty efficient today, and that's how it is in the office. You know, I mean, you want to sort of fly through it, get the most out of the experience, absolutely, yeah.
Next question. Yes, down front.
Hi, I'm Sophia Love. Love is my middle name. I'm sorry. I feel I need to say that because people are still like, oh my God.
All good.
This honestly isn't a question. I just want to say thank you for that advice, especially about the interior monologue. That was, I never heard something like that before. So yeah, just.
Those are, you know, tricks of the trade that I will pass on. And it's something when I teach, I don't teach in the city, but I do teach at the college level. And I'll teach master classes at various universities around the country. And those are, you know, those are audition skills that I'll often pass on.
Give us your best trick for nerves, dealing with nerves right before you go in to see you.
As I said, the more prepared you are, the less nervous you will be. Nervousness, I think, comes from somebody who doesn't feel prepared with the material, who doesn't feel like they're ready to audition, and then they have a million excuses, you know. And it's my dog was sick, and I was out late last night, and I was out, you know. You hear a million excuses. But if you're prepared and you can go in and do the work, a lot of times I'll stop actors, you know, sort of mid-side, and I'll say, why are you shaking? You're shaking. I want you to get the job. I'm not the enemy. I love you. I'm advocating for you. We're the conduit to the job. What are you freaking out for? Just calm down. Everybody thinks we're the enemy, you know. I don't think anyone does this. I don't think anyone gets into casting who doesn't love and support actors. I mean, we're all busy, and you know, some days are stressful, but at the end of the day, again, I'm empathetic and compassionate to what you guys are doing.
Next question. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Apropos of what you just said, I want to compliment you for giving this wonderful advice to so many people, especially those starting out. I am not starting out, but apropos of what you were saying, there are very few individuals like you. Gower Champion was another one, and on my 6th callback for Hello Dolly, I stopped in the middle of my song, and I said, I'm no good. You couldn't possibly want me. And I walked off crying. He jumped on the stage with his long legs. He went and got me, and he said, you're wonderful, start again. And I sang with his arm around my shoulder, and I went home and cried myself to sleep, thinking the role of Mrs. Malloy, the second lead, was down the drain now, and an agent called me and said, I have good news for you, got the part. I said, Mrs. Malloy? No, Gower said you were too strong to be on the same stage with Carol. He wants you to understudy her. I never told the agent that I cried and walked off. So what you have just explained to everybody who hasn't had that experience, you just have to feel confident.
Well, Gower Champion, as you know, started out as a performer. So he had that empathy even before he was directing Bye Bye Birdie.
Which you have as well. And
Thank you.
anybody is lucky to have listened to you tonight.
Thank you, Lisa.
Next, yes. And then you. Young woman right there.
Hi, I'm Sammy, and thank you for everything you said. My question is for actors who aren't represented and who may be starting out. How would you think would be a good way to get in front of the casting table, and how credible are they on their own?
Actors Access is a very good tool, which we've talked about before. You can start there. There are still ads and open calls, especially for the theater, especially if you're musical. There are many resources out there where you can start, but I would focus on finding representation before you attack the casting community, because you really do, the market right now is so saturated, you really do need a manager or an agent or both to advocate for you and to start getting you out there. So I would focus on that. I'll give you an example. A woman I saw in the non-equity company at Williamstown several years ago. She was I wouldn't say a difficult type, but she was, it was tough to cast her. She was very quirky, heavy set, and she had a quirky sensibility. But I always remembered her. I had seen her at Williamstown, and then she ended up doing the Williamstown Showcase in Manhattan. She killed it. She was great. And then I had a role in The Good Fight in the pilot, which was going to continue and did continue. And I brought her in on it, and she got it. And an agent happened to call one of my associates and say, hey, who got the roles of yada, 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 yada? And they called her in, and she's represented by APA now. And that was it.
Really quick, it's a very simple two-part question. One, what are your successful clients doing that other actors aren't doing? And then the second one was actually a follow-up of the answer you just had, which is can you speak more on the relationship between the agent and the manager, and how can actors, what can we do on our part to make your job easier?
Well, that's not really my department because I don't represent actors. We're a casting office. So you would need to ask David or Allie or any of the other, Katie. They represent talent. Casting directors don't represent talent. Our clients are the studios, networks, production companies, and showrunners. So it would be a question for them. That's really we are on the buy side, they are on the sell side. Who else?
In the back there, right there.
Hi, my name is Laksh. Can you tell us whether if writing on a piece of paper, interior monologue, if it could conflict with the true intentions of the monologue?
No, it's really homework for yourself and to help you with your transitions. No, not at all.
Yeah.
We're down here, front row.
Hi, my name is Jana Bernard. Thank you for talking to us today.
Sure.
I just wanted to ask you, I'm watching The Good Fight now, and I love it, and I heard them speak at the Paley Center when they came.
Right, yeah.
And I was wondering, when you see somebody, or when you see a character in the script like Luca or Maya, are you casting a picture in your head of what these characters should look like, or once these actresses came in, were you then like, this person embodies the spirit of this character?
Neither of those, that's a great question. I can tell the story. Neither of those ladies read for the roles. I had been longing to be in business with Rose Leslie for 3 years. I had offered her 2 other pilots, and it was never really right for her. She was somebody that I thought could be a great leading lady for us. And she was really not interested in doing 22 on the air. For those of you who know or don't know, she is now married to the star Kit Harington of Game of Thrones. And so he was shooting in Belfast and all over the world, and it was not really, logistically, it wasn't really right for her, but 10 episodes seemed to be workable for her. I put together a little Rose Leslie Film Festival. She was my first choice, and I screened it for the Kings, and she was in. Nobody else was seen, nobody else was offered the role. On Kush Jumbo, I knew I would need to replace Archie Punjabi at some point on it wasn't going to be the same role. Archie obviously had won the Emmy the first year the show was on. The character was really, the audience, she was a fan favorite. The audience loved that character. And they said, we will need to replace her, but it will be a different role. And I wanted somebody of color, but I didn't want an Indian actress. I wanted somebody who would take us in a different direction. And my best friend was the stage manager for The River on Broadway with Hugh Jackman. And I went and I saw her, and I thought she was phenomenal. And then I had her come to the office, and she knew the show, she knew all the characters, she had been a fan of the show, and then she was doing a Josephine Baker piece at Joe's Pub. And I brought the Kings to see her in it. And she was so impressive, they met with her and we offered her the role.
Why do the Brits do such good American accents?
In the past 10 years, they've had to. They've had to learn it. And by the way, Sandy, your point is well taken. They've gotten much better at it. Much better at it. Because the television there, it doesn't pay very well, all right? And there's not as much of it, and it's not as good in the UK. Any British actor will tell you that. So their agents have told them, they work on it at RADA, they work on it at Central. When they enter the industry, they are proficient at it, and they can turn it on. And you saw Kush, you saw the other night, she spoke in her accent, and she's a full Brit, and then when you see her on the show, what? You can't even tell. And they just get better and better. The more that muscle is worked, they become really proficient at it.
Anybody have a really pressing, very specific, career-enhancing question?
Career enhancing?
We'll take these two, okay? Yes, sir. You first.
Hi, my name is Ian McQuillan Grace. I heard you speak briefly about IMDb. So say you're in a situation, this might be a little specific, say you're in a situation where you're fortunate enough to be in the room with you have representation, you nail the audition, and you are with the showrunner and the line producer and the director, and you're at that final round and they see that you have nothing on your IMDb. How, in your honest opinion, how?
My producers don't care.
Okay.
They will look at what's going on in the room. And very often, I've hired people in major roles where they haven't done anything on television. I mean, where they have very few credits at different ages, you know? So my producers don't care about that. They care about the results and what they see. I mean, there may be a time when you have to send somebody's resume to the network or the studio, and they come back and they say, they seem a little green, and I'll say, but look at their audition. Everybody has to start somewhere.
One more and then that's it.
Hi, my name is Joanna Onichag. I just had a question. You said that you're looking for French speakers for one of your shows.
Madam Secretary.
Do you need Romanian speakers?
We need everything. I just hired a Turkish speaker. We just had an episode that was Serbia and Kosovo. It's weekly on Madam Secretary.
I did have an actual question. It was, is there something that you feel actors should focus more on, but they tend not to, like voice study or blocking or scene study, or something that they should take more lessons in, but gets over?
Well, since we're here, I mean, that's a very good question. Since we're here talking about how to break into television, an on-camera class is really the best thing you can do. I mean, it's the best class you can take because it's practical. And there are many, many good. Bob Krakauer, I'm sure everybody knows Bob. Bob Krakauer is sort of the best in the city for that. There are master classes, and you escalate up, you know, as he's teaching them. You know, you'll start in his beginner class or his new students class, and then you'll escalate up. But I encourage everybody to get as much training, especially if you're musical. If you're musical now, this is departing from television, I know, you can walk out of school and never stop working because there's so much musical theater in New York as the center of musical theater. These kids who come out of CCM and Carnegie Mellon and Michigan, if they have the skill set, they just fly. I teach at Ball State, not a big university. The only reason people know Ball State is because Letterman went there and endowed the school with, you know, a building. But no one really knows a Ball State. I had a girl in my class, a young African-American girl. She's about this big. You could put her in your pocket. She's so tiny, but she had a big voice, and she was so talented. And she said, Mark, she said, I don't think I can go to New York. I can't afford it. And I said, that's crazy. You have so much talent. Believe me, you should go to New York. She said, I think I'm going to go to Washington, D.C. and live with my aunt where I can live for free and take the train up. I said, have you checked Amtrak? I said, that Excella costs, I said, Kayla, that's foolish. I said, go to New York, you will get an agent, you will get representation, and you will be working in no time. She comes to New York, she showcases, immediately there's interest. She signs with Nickelodeon Company right out of school. They send her out on a couple of auditions. She auditions for a replacement in the ensemble of Waitress on Broadway and covering one of the other girls, one of the supporting girls. She gets the part. The producers say, we need you to start on, May, whatever it was. And she said, I can't. I haven't even graduated yet. I'm the first person in my family to go to college and to graduate school. I need to graduate. And the Weisslers said, we get it, we understand. You will join Waitress on Broadway as soon as you walk. She played in Waitress for a year. She's now going into King Kong in the original cast of King Kong. That's how it's done. It can happen that quickly. Sometimes it's a longer journey, and sometimes it's that fast,
What a beautiful way to end.
Thank you, Sandy.
Marc.
Thank you for everything.
Marc Sachs, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, everybody.